Hey, this is Pastor Scott Cruz, and this is The Deeper Rock. We're digging into 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 11 through 13. And these are some really, really important verses in the Bible. We're only going to do one at a time here, though. So here is verse 11. When I was a child, I spoke and thought and reasoned as a child. But when I grew up, I put away childish things. Now this word that is used for child is, and let's just take a quick look at this, because this is very, very cool. Now listen to this. Nepios. It's really fun to say. Try it, gotta get it in your nose. Nepios. Actually, that's not how he says it at all. Anyway, nepios is the word for child, and this isn't a teenager, okay? It's not like, hey, when I got older, I put my teenager ways away. I got to take more responsibility. No. This was an infant he was talking about, okay? An infant. Let's get back into our presentation. So nepios, it means infant, not teen. Now, have you ever met a guy who was maybe 50, 60 years old, and he was an old kid, you know? It is possible to serve the Lord for a long, long time and to stay a spiritual infant. It is completely possible, and I have a word for it. Yeah, I do. I call them old fart, spoiled brat Christians. You catch the paradox there? I say this in church quite a bit. My people have talked about getting t-shirts made and stuff like that. Don't be a spoiled brat, old fart Christian. Because old fart, because you've been serving Jesus a long time. You're spoiled brat because you think this thing is all about you. Yeah, old fart, spoiled brat Christian. Anyway, that's not what God wants for you. He doesn't want you to be an old kid. He wants you to take your childish ways and to put them around you. So you've got to begin to pray. And when you pray, it's going to change. Because when you are first become a Christian and you're a kid, what do you pray for? God, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that, give me that, give me that. Yeah, it's stupid. It's a song. I wish I could find that song again. Because it was something my second grade music teacher played for us because he thought we were all brats. He actually got fired because he spanked a kid in school. Anyway, but put away your childish ways because children are selfish. And it's not their fault. They're children, right? An infant, they want everything. They want it mine. They want it now. And old fart, spoiled brat Christians, they think the church is for me. They think the church is for me. Now, at our church, one of our core mission values is we believe that we are the church. And as the church, we exist to bless the world. Rock Church never wants to be a social club for Christians. No. It wants to be a regiment in God's army that is pursuing lost people on His behalf. I mean, that's what we want Rock Church to be about. And so we are the church. So if you come and say, oh, Pastor, I just didn't get anything out of that sermon, it's all too, I haven't learned anything listening to you for a long time. I've been going to church for 40 years, and Pastor, you didn't teach me anything new that I didn't know on Sunday. I got news for you. If you love Jesus, you're going to heaven. Sunday morning isn't for you. Not about you, man. Not about you, not even a little bit. It's about the people who are going to hell. And I'm not going to preach on that now, though I would like to. Also, things that children do is that there's no filter in what comes out of their mouth. They just say stuff, okay? And there's a whole lot of spoiled brat, old fart Christians that, I just like to tell it like it is. If it goes in my head, and I'm just the kind of person that just says what they're thinking, and they say that like some kind of badge of honor. You are the bane of pastors everywhere. I'm just telling you. But we're supposed to put those things away, Paul says. Now, in this putting away, it doesn't just evaporate. It is a learned skill. It's intentional. Okay? You can't keep on being a sourpuss. You can't just keep on being unhappy all the time. You have to make a choice to put those old things away. So it takes maturity. It takes spiritual maturity to put these things away. Because when you're mature, you're able to see further in the future than when you're a child. Okay? That's one of the big things about maturing. Is that when you are a mature person, whether it be a Christian or a mature person, you're able to see farther ahead than everybody else. And because of that, you can plan for the future. You can give up something that you want now for something awesome later. You're able to put off enjoyment. You're able to put off something you want now for God's plan for your life later. And that's so powerful. And yet another sermon that we're not going to do. A mature person knows how to be tenacious. A kid only sees a little ways ahead of them. They don't understand the big picture. They don't see that far down the road. A mature person learns to be tenacious. So my question for you, what are you holding on to? Remember Paul said to set aside childish ways. What childish ways are you holding on to? What has to be put away? What in your life has to be put away right now? Maybe it's something that God doesn't want you to have. And you're like, no, it's mine. Okay, maybe that's what you're going through. Maybe there's an attitude. Maybe you got a jealousy in your heart. God's going to explore that with you. Well, whatever it might be, what has to be put away? What childish way do you need to put away? And then what steps can you take to put it away? Because it's intentional and it's a process, okay? Just to say you're going to do it and it just doesn't happen by itself. None of this stuff happens by itself. It's all intentional. So what steps can you take to put away that childish way? There's a song there. To put away. No, sorry about that. Okay. May the Lord richly bless you, and I hope to see you in church on Sunday.